Apex Trader Funding did the unthinkable. They just straight changed the rules mid payout cycle. Is Apex Trader Funding a good company to get funded with, or are they a bad funding company in which should we avoid them at all costs? Since the rules have changed, what are they? And we're going to get the rules from the contract. If you get flagged, your payout will be delayed by at least 10 days, if not longer. And then you might not even get the payout. I want to help you not get flagged by Apex Trader Funding System. Through my research, I have figured out what exactly is triggering Apex Trader Funding System and causing thousands of traders payouts to be denied because they just didn't know what was causing their payouts to be denied. But I'm going to teach you that in this video. Let's get to it. Okay, here is the contract. I want to know how ridiculously long this contract is. I'm just scrolling at normal pace here and going and going and going and going and going and going and going. This is ridiculous. Look at all this. I read all this, but to make it easier, we're just going to copy and paste this into AI. And I'm also not allowed to show it to you word for word, as it says in this contract. Let's go ahead and copy this contract here. By far 3 to 4 times longer than any other company's contract. I've copied that. Let's go to ChatGPT here. Now I think it should fit all in there. If you guys don't use AI, it's quite an amazing tool for traders. I have this trading mentor bot that is very on point as far as going through your trades and helping you figure out your win rate, risk reward ratio, and what you should be doing differently. Okay, here's a detailed breakdown of the key rules and guidelines for trading with Apex Trader Funding. Consistency requirements: no more than 30% of your account's balance can be derived from a single trading day. Prohibited strategies: flipping, dollar cost averaging, 1 additional entry is allowed. Erratic trading, large spikes in equity caused by inconsistent trading. Risk management, stop losses, effective use of stop losses is required. Exceeding risk to reward ratios beyond 3 to 4 times. Does that mean your average profit on a trade be 3 to 4 times more than your average stop out, or is it the opposite? Is it your average stop out cannot be 3 to 4 times your average profit? Contract size consistency: avoid large variations in contract size between trades. This is what I was talking about earlier. Non-disclosure agreement: disclosure of discussion of these details is prohibited and can lead to contract termination. Non-disparagement clause: negative statements about Apex are grounds for immediate termination and forfeit of all funds. Apex may request specs, logs, and live trading sessions to ensure compliance. Now, I want to make sure that the AI is not putting words in the contract's mouths. What I do not want is for you to assume, guess, or add in any information that is not directly in the contract. I feel like the AI is still guessing here. What I'm gonna have it do is directly copy those areas of the contract where this stuff is referenced and just directly put it into here. This is exactly what the contract says. Erratic trading patterns with equity curves with major spikes and count as windfall trading attempts. It seems like any days where you're making outsized gains will be considered out of guidelines of the risk to reward ratios and count as windfall trading attempts. Risk management is vital. So it says here pretty much like you can't be risking 10 ticks with a stop of 30 ticks. It seems like you're risking 3 times as much to gain 1. I hereby agree that in the event of any such breach on my part, that I will be liable to the company for liquidated damages in the amount of $10,000 per occurrence of said liquidated damages regarding mishandling of PA accounts, fraud, theft, and especially breach of confidentiality and non-disclosure. Please do not hit them up and tell them that you saw my video and now you have questions about it. That is like, who knows? They might hit me up and be like, you did 2 videos, you're gonna have to pay $20,000. I don't know. Just don't do that. Erratic trading patterns with equity curves and major spikes. This is not consistent discipline strategy that is approved by Apex. For example, 5 to 6 figure daily swings throughout the account. This is not consistent and steady growth. Risk to reward ratios 3 to 4 times the amount of potential targeted profits are acceptable to Apex. Slight overages will be reviewed and acceptable based on consistency, history, no existent prohibited activity, or account cycling. Honor your stops and take profits can be placed upon trade entry with ATM strategies, then adjusted. Stops and take profit levels can be mentally planned. That's how I trade. I put a emergency stop. I always have one on the chart, but it's not like I put it where I'm actually going to get out. Point here is to have a strategy, system, and plan. This is a common sense thing for solid trading strategies and for statistics to be profitable. This is something that any trader would do in their own real life funded account with their own money in it. The way I trade is I let the market tell me when to get out. Sometimes that's 20 ticks and sometimes that's 1,000 ticks. Trading with no stop and letting trailing threshold limit below the account strategy is prohibited. Let's break down and look at what people are getting denied for. How do you actually do that? You need to go to Apex Trader Funding, Trustpilot, and then you'll see here people are getting denied, and we're going to look and see why. I was trading with Apex for 3 years. I achieved the required balance to be able to withdraw 40,000 between 20 accounts, but denied my withdrawal due to vague set of reasons. They wanted the guy to record his trading sessions going forward and trade for more days. They placed him on probation status. I have withdrawn over 70,000 from Apex in the last 2 years. So over 2 years, they withdrawed 70. Now he's trying to get 40. That's why. It's a money thing. Again, a money thing. It's always a money thing, guys. I bought a 300K account. I saw it buy, made 7,500 on it this morning. I came back today, look at the charts, and my 300K account was gone. I don't know what's up with that. Here's the dude that just doesn't understand trailing drawdown. There's also a lot of people that are making really good money. Like this dude just, thank you, Apex Trader Funding. The 57K hit my bank account today. Just made my second payout request for 59K. So that dude made some money. This dude got a $27,000 payout. So looking through here, it's either dollar cost averaging or they're just making an obscene amount of money. But this one is the one that's worrying to me. I requested an 18K payout and was denied. I was required to submit a video evidence that I was a person trading and explain my strategy and indicators. I did as requested. I spent over an hour describing my strategy, indicators, and the detail. Stuff like that worries me. I do have to say, after going through on here, I'm seeing more people saying I got my huge payout or I'm happy with it than I do people denying it. So with that information, let's go ahead and let me finish signing the contract here and we'll go ahead. So after you pass, they'll send you the email, but you should click the email and then it would send you to where you sign. You now have to go to signatures. And then once you're on this page, you'll click here and you scroll down and then you sign here, put your social security number in. All right. And then we'll say it's signed. You go back to signatures and then it will be right here. You go here to click and pay for the monthly subscription. Just pay it month by month and subscribe and pay. And voila. Now it's done. Go to my dashboard here. You can see that it is now here. There's a clear way you should be doing this and a clear way you should not be doing this. I'm going to pull up my Take Profit funded account here, which Take Profit Trader has none of the rules that Apex Trader Funding has. They literally have none of them. You get payouts from day one. There is really no rules on how you can trade, when you can trade. They don't allow high impact news trading, but not many companies do. All right, so now I have my funded account here, right? Now, these are like hard rules that you should not deviate from. Do not scale in. The whole goal here is to not get flagged. Getting flagged results in the video thing. It messes everything up. So do not get flagged. That's the goal here. Do not get flagged. Do not scale in or add into a losing trade. So that means if it's going against me, I'm not going to add another contract. If it's going my way, I've already scaled out and it retraces, I will not add on to that position. Just enter the 2 contracts and then we're going to exit the 2 contracts. We will not deviate from that. We will scale out. First contract, 1R or better. To avoid that rule 1 to 3. We're going to use a 50K example because that's the account I'm using here. Our drawdown is 2,500. We will not lose more than half of that in a single day. I'm going to show you guys how to set that up into Tradeovate so it does it on its own. We will not make more than 12% of our profit target per day. Profit target meaning the amount to get funded. To get a payout, we need to leave a buffer in there, of course. So we're going to say to get a payout, we need to make $5,000. That is $600 per day. The max amount you're going to make per day is $600. So to keep it in line and make sure I'm scaling out at 1R, I'm going to use this tool here. They want it to be systematic, right? Like systematic was used like 12 times in that, probably more 25, but it was used a lot in that contract. So to make sure that we are being systematic, we're going to trade systematically, right? That's the only thing that makes sense. Yes, they may not require that, but we are going to not get flagged by their system. It's a system that is catching people off guard. It's a system that is causing them to get sent a email that says you must prove you're trading, blah, blah, blah. So we're not going to get flagged at all costs. If it limits your trading a little bit, so what? The goal is to get paid, right? So we have to play the game to get paid. And we will not risk more than 10% per trade. 10% of your drawdown, so that equals $250. That's our max risk per trade. All right. We will not scale in and we will not add into a loser. We will enter with 2 contracts every time. We will scale out our first contract at 1R. Second contract doesn't really matter that much. Just make sure it's over 1R. We will not lose more than $1,250 per day. We will not risk more than 10% per trade. We're just going to go log in. Now we are going to click right here and take you to settings. And then you see where it says accounts, go to risk settings. And then now we're going to put a daily loss limit in there of 1,250 and a daily profit trigger of 600. And this one's sure that you follow the rules, right? You can also do this if you're trading with another company. You don't want to hit their loss limit. I do it when I take profit trader accounts. I come in here and I set it that way. I don't hit the daily loss limit, and then that way I don't get my account taken. Okay. So now, if I have a loss of $1,250, it's going to kick me out for the day, and I can't get back in for the rest of the day. You can come in here and change it, but don't do that. Daily profit target, same thing. Once it hits 600, it's going to exit my trades, and it won't let me back in until the following day. These rules will ensure that you do not get flagged by their system. Like I said, it's the system that's causing the issues. It's not some dude going in there and looking at your trades. It's a system with a set of parameters that are being triggered that are causing it to then receive probably an automated email. So I'm 100% sure if you follow these rules, you will not be triggered as such. I am going to say if you would like a better company to go with, my advice is to go with Bullnox if you're new. Bullnox is a really solid funding company. Their prices are in line with Apex's, usually a little bit better actually. And then if you are established trader getting payouts, I suggest you just quit messing with these companies and go with Take Profit Trader. They're solid companies. Tick solid company too as well, but they do not have trading view. I saw it on their website. Maybe they're about to have it soon, but they don't have trading view, and they don't put you into a live market after you make a certain amount of money. Both trader and trade will put you into a live funded account for real after $5,000 profits or so. So if you're interested in trading with me and want to learn how I trade, I have a Discord, very active community here. I trade live every single day. Many people finding success, and it's because I'm doing it live with you and actually trading with risk on. That's the difference. A lot of people are teaching, but they're not teaching while they're trading. No, they're just teaching, which doesn't do a trader any good. A trader has to learn how to trade, and to learn how to trade, you have to be learning from someone that's actually trading. But very active in here. I also give call outs every once in a while, but it's not about call outs. It's about teaching you guys how to trade so you guys become better and are able to change your lives. I have the best discounts in the game with the best companies, so make sure you check that out. I wish you the best of luck and hope that all your payouts hit your bank account swiftly.